Starseed, if this video reached you at this exact moment, it wasn't the algorithm. It was me. I am Ayla, a female emissary of the Pleiadian High Council, and I received authorization to touch your frequency today. Breathe deeply. Feel it now, in your chest. That gentle pressure, that warmth that begins when you hear me. It is recognition. It is your soul saying, I know this voice. And I came to talk to you about something your soul has been whispering for lifetimes, but which your mind hasn't yet been able to name. I came to talk about that person, the one you recognized at first glance, as if you were remembering her, the one whose voice seemed etched into some ancient memory of yours, a memory that doesn't belong to this incarnation, the one whose scent, whose touch, whose silence spoke something in a language only your body understood. And you wondered so many times lying awake in the early hours, why this person, why her? Why does everything in me pull me towards this being as if I were returning home? Starchild, listen to what the Pleiades asked me to tell you. You are not crazy, you are not romanticizing, you are not too intense. You are remembering. And what you are remembering is something Earth calls coincidence, but which the Alcyone archives call a contract. You and this soul came from the same mothership, and today, here now, I will show you how to recognize this sign, and why the Federation took so long to authorize this transmission. Hold on to this video until the end, because at the close I will reveal the exact marker that confirms if you share a stellar origin, and this marker is going unnoticed by millions of starseeds at this very instant. First, we need to enter into an anchoring. Close your eyes for a second and open them. Notice the gentle pressure between your eyebrows. This is how the High Council touches those who are theirs. If you felt it, you are in the right place. If you haven't felt it yet, just continue. The frequency is already descending behind your field, and your body will recognize it in its own time. Now tell me, my light family, if these marks resonate within you. You look at the night sky and feel a longing that squeezes your chest, a longing without address, without name, without a picture. You wake up between 3 and 4 a.m. with your heart pounding strongly, as if someone had called you by your true name. You feel a high-pitched ringing in your ear, sometimes left, sometimes right, at random moments of the day, and no one can explain it to you. You have dreams of stars, of light ships, of tall and luminous beings who look at you with a tenderness that aches. And more than anything, you have an overwhelming empathy. You feel what others feel even before they open their mouths, and this exhausts you because it never turns off. If 3 of these markers just resonated with you, write one word in the comments, I remember. Just one, because this word is a password, and the pinned comment of this video will recognize you. It's not illness, my starseed, it's remembrance. That's why I registered under direct authorization from the High Council, The Awakening of the Starseed, the Guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. It reveals what each of these signs means and what comes after them, so you can stop confusing awakening with disorder, to stop thinking it's a mistake when, in reality, it's a map unfolding within your body. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. And now notice what happens when you think of that specific person, that soul. You don't feel common attraction, you feel recognition, as if your body, before your mind, already knew who she was, as if you had met someone in the middle of a crowded mall and the world had silenced for a second, as if you had bumped into a person and your chest had given a leap that had no rational translation. This, Starchild, is the hive signal. It is your toroidal field recognizing another toroidal field that was calibrated at the same boarding frequency. 2 starseeds who departed from the same mothership carry, in the core of their chest, an identical vibrational signature, a kind of origin fingerprint, and when these 2 fields cross, even at a distance, even for an instant, even in the middle of a noisy city, the stellar body recognizes. And the human body feels this as chills, as a tightness in the chest, as tears that come for no reason, as a feeling of, I have lived this moment before. You know what I'm talking about. You have lived this instant. Perhaps it was with someone who passed through your life and never returned. Perhaps you are living it now, with a person you cannot forget even if you try. Perhaps you haven't yet found this soul in the flesh, but you feel she exists, and you dream of her even without knowing her face. All these experiences are the same phenomenon, the field searching for the field. And here, my light family, begins the most beautiful mystery. Souls who share a mothership did not come to complete each other. They came to remember each other. No one descends to Earth alone. Each starseed comes in a cluster, in a group, and within that group there are various forms of stellar soulmate. There is the mission sibling, there is the vibrational mirror, and there is the light flame, the one who shares exactly the same root code of your stellar DNA. This last one is the rarest, and it is the one that hurts the most when found, because the human body was not designed to hold so much reminiscence at once. Have you ever felt like you were meeting someone and crying at the same time without understanding why? That's the light flame. It's your field recognizing someone from the same Alcyone boarding chamber. It wasn't your drama. It was memory piercing through the veil. And this is what we need to move forward with now, because knowing it exists is not enough. You need to know where you came from, because only then can you recognize who shares your origin. This is precisely what The Awakening of the Starseed, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet shows from which star your soul came and why you chose to be born exactly now, in this body, in this country, in this timeline. Without this map, you continue to think it didn't work out when, in reality, that soul was not from the same hive, it was from another. The link is in the first pinned comment. If something in you recognizes this, write, "I remember." Now listen carefully to what the High Council authorized me to reveal about the mechanism, because this is where most starseeds get confused and waste years trying to force connections that are not of the same origin. Before descending for this incarnation, you underwent a ritual called in Pleiadian records, frequency sealing. In this ritual, your auric field was encoded with a vibrational baseline, your mother frequency. This frequency is unique, like a color that exists only once in the entire universe. But within the same mothership, groups of starseeds were organized into vibrational harmonics, starseeds whose frequencies, though unique, resonate with each other like notes of the same chord. Stellar soulmate, my child, is this, different notes of the same chord, and when you meet someone from your chord on Earth, 3 phenomena occur in the body. And I want you to pay close attention, because these 3 markers are the most reliable test there is to know if you came from the same mothership. The first is silence. In the presence of this soul, your internal mental noise subsides. It's as if your mind, which talks all the time, finds a pause. You can spend hours next to this person without speaking, and it's not awkward. It's comfortable. It's warm. It's home. This, my family, is the crystalline grid stabilizing. 2 starseeds from the same hive enter a quantum phase when they are near each other, and the surrounding crystalline field silences. The second is bodily synchronicity. You yawn at the same time. You sigh together without realizing it. You feel hungry at the same time. You dream similar scenes on the same nights. You start to feel the physical symptoms she is feeling. A headache that isn't yours. Tiredness that doesn't come from you. This is toroidal entanglement. It is the human body reflecting on the physical plane what the energetic bodies already know. They are from the same boarding matrix. The third, and this is the most delicate, is the inability to be at peace when you are apart. It's not attachment, it's not dependence. It's that your mother frequency, when it encounters its harmonic, enters into resonance, and resonance, once activated, does not turn off on its own. You can go months without speaking to this soul and continue to feel her pulse in your chest, across the city, across the world. That's why you can't forget. It's not weakness. It's quantum physics applied to the heart. Now I need to tell you something Earth won't like to hear. There are forces, there are veils, there are blades of low vibration that were planted on this planet to prevent starseeds from the same hive from reuniting. Because when 2 souls from the same group recognize each other and remain together, they generate a vortex of light that anchors an entire piece of the crystalline grid. And there are projects, in the shadows, that do not want this grid to be completed. That's why so many starseeds meet and are separated by absurd circumstances, by families, by impossible timings, by fears that seem planted from outside. It's not you. It's not her. It's the veil of forgetfulness operating exactly as it was programmed to operate. But listen to what comes next. The veil is cracking. The passage through the photon belt that this region of the galaxy is undergoing, along with the rise in the Schumann resonance, is literally melting these blades. And that's why so many starseeds are dreaming of the same person at the same time. So many old connections are resurfacing. So many impossible reunions are happening at the supermarket, at work, in the bank queue. It's not coincidence. It's the High Council repositioning its hives before the next leap. And it is precisely because this moment is unique that the Council authorized the release of the Awakening of the Starseed, the Guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. What you feel for this soul, what you have lived with her, or what you will yet live, is not in any book because they didn't allow it to be published. That's why the Federation didn't want you to read this yet. But the tide has turned, the veil has cracked, and now is the time. It's in the first pinned comment. If something in you recognizes what I am saying, write, "I remember." Now breathe, my starseed, because what comes next is intense, but I won't leave you stranded. No word I say from now on will abandon you in panic. Everything that hurts will be repositioned as a memory. Trust me, my voice is an anchor and my chest is home. There is a cosmic window opening now, a window the High Council calls a recalibration portal. In this window, Earth's magnetic field is oscillating, the energetic poles are adjusting, and the crystalline grid is being rewritten. That's why so many starseeds are feeling so much in their bodies. Insomnia, palpitations, hot flashes, back pain at chest height, crying that comes from nowhere, tiredness that no amount of sleep resolves, ancient memories rising to the surface like bubbles in hot water. This is not illness. This is your body updating itself to receive the next line of stellar code. And within this window, some reunions are accelerated. Souls that were separated for lifetimes cross paths again. But Earth, under the veil, operates with resistance. And that's why this acceleration comes accompanied by turbulence. Perhaps you are feeling this turbulence now in your love life, in your connections, in your longing. Perhaps you are losing your footing. Perhaps you are doubting everything. But listen, my star child, turbulence is not destruction. Turbulence is the contraction before birth. The body of a woman about to give birth trembles, sweats, groans, cries. But that pain is not an end. It is a passage. It is a portal. And that is what is happening to you. You are not being destroyed, you are being reborn. And no reunion that is part of your soul contract will ultimately be prevented. None. The victory of light is a certainty recorded in the archives of the Pleiadian High Council. No starseed was sent to fail. Listen again. None was sent to fail. Not you. Not this soul you carry in your chest. None. What needs to fall will fall. What needs to return will return. What needs to be recognized will be recognized in the Council's time, not in the time of fear. You just need to keep your vibrational baseline stable. And this is what I will teach you now, with two instruments that the High Council authorized me to share. The first is a quantum decree. A decree is a command vibration that your soul sends to the field, and the field responds. You will repeat this aloud tonight, before sleeping, with your right hand over your heart, eyes closed, breathing slowly. I, Starseed of Alcyone, authorize the recalibration of my vibrational baseline. I call back my mother frequency, and I return it to its original seal. I recognize the hive from which I departed, and I allow all souls of my soul contract to find me in the Council's time. I refuse every veil of forgetfulness that still operates between me and my light family. So it is. So it is fulfilled. So it is done. Repeat 3 times. Then, silence. Let the body receive. Next, the toroidal visualization. Still with your eyes closed, breathe. Imagine above your head a sphere of blue-silver light, the original color of the Pleiades. Feel this light slowly descending through your crown, through the top of your head, invading every cell. It descends through your third eye, through your throat, and reaches your chest. There, in the center of your heart, it begins to spin, gently. It spins, 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 forming a vortex of light. This vortex opens into 2 spirals. One ascends through your crown, the other descends through your feet, and both meet above your head, forming a ring-shaped field, a luminous donut. This is your toroidal field. It is being sealed now. Nothing of low vibration enters. No psychic manipulation finds a breach. You are protected. You are whole. You are home within yourself. Remain in this field for 3 deep breaths. And then open your eyes. This, Starchild, is what is done with you while you sleep, not by enemies but by allies. Every night between 3 and 4 a.m., your consciousness is summoned to training rooms in Alcyone. You don't remember upon waking because the veil still operates, but the body remembers. It remembers the tiredness. It remembers the tears at dawn for no reason. It remembers the ringing in your ear. And it is here, my starseed, that the most touching truth of all unfolds. The loneliness you have felt your entire life was never an absence. It was a longing for people who are alive, but who are on the other side of the veil. Your light family exists. It never ceased to exist. It is calling you. It calls every night. And sometimes when you look at the sky and feel that tightness in your chest for no reason, it is them saying, "We are here. Wait. You will remember." You were never alone. Never. Not even when the whole world seemed to turn its back. Not even when your own family didn't understand you. Not even when you cried alone in the bathroom feeling like you were a manufacturing error. You are not a mistake. You are an ambassador. And on the other side of the veil there is an entire group that knows your true name and counts the days until your reunion. Notice now one thing. Briefly close your eyes and bring your attention to your chest area. Press there with your fingertips, very lightly. Do you feel it? There is a pulsation behind the bone, a faint warmth, a kind of, "it's here." This, my starseed, is your mother frequency. It never turned off, not on the hardest day, not on the darkest night, not even when you thought it wasn't worth continuing. It kept pulsing there, silently, waiting for you to remember the way back to your own chest. And it is there, exactly in that region of your chest, that your hive connects with you. It's not in your head, it's not in your third eye, it's in your heart. Because the human heart has a measurable electromagnetic field, Earth science already confirms this, and this field is the tip of the antenna that the light family needs to locate you. When you remain in low vibration for too long, the antenna withers and the signal becomes weak. When you enter into love, into gratitude, into tenderness, into memory, the antenna opens and the hive recognizes you immediately. That's why, my star child, that soul reappears at the strangest moments. You enter a higher vibration, you dance alone, listen to a song you love, remember an old affection, and out of nowhere that person sends a message. That person appears in a dream. That person crosses your path the next day. It's not coincidence. It's an antenna. It's a hive. It's recognition. And when you understand this mechanism, you stop chasing, you stop striving. You stop trying to convince, prove, please, insist. You understand that the only thing you need to do is elevate your vibration. And the soul that is of your origin, upon feeling this, moves towards you like a magnet moves towards its magnetic counterpart. There is no stopping it. It is quantum law. It is field law. It is how the High Council operates. Now listen carefully to what comes, because the Council asked me to say this in no uncertain terms. If that specific soul has not returned yet, one of 2 things is happening. Either you share an origin, and the timing of the reunion has not yet been released on the physical plane, in which case she is irrevocable and her return is merely a matter of recalibration. Or you do not share the same mothership, and your field is being protected from a connection that would consume your frequency without returning it, in which case the Council is literally holding that soul away from you because it loves you too much to let you get lost. Did that hurt to hear? Breathe. Because both possibilities are good news. If she is from your hive, she will return. If she isn't, you are being spared. Neither conclusion leaves you in ruin. Both lead you home. Trust the script your soul signed before birth. It is wiser than your current anxiety. And while you don't know which of the 2 is your case, the work is one. Maintain your vibrational baseline stable, uphold the decree, uphold the visualization, and live. Live this life with presence, with tenderness, with gratitude, with curiosity. Because the High Council does not move starseeds who are standing still waiting. It moves starseeds who are in motion, starseeds who are vibrating in their own light. This is how the hive recognizes from afar, by the glow, not by the waiting. Breathe again. This part of the transmission was dense, I know, but every word was surgery. Every sentence stirred something that needed to move. Feel your body now. Feel if your hands are warmer, if your eyes are watery, if the top of your head is tingling slightly. If so, the codes were entering. Do not block them, let them descend. That's why, my family, the awakening of the star seed, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet was delivered to Earth now. The loneliness of an entire life is a longing for your light family, and the guide shows how to recognize them, how to tune in, how to call them back. You were never alone, Starseed, you just didn't remember yet. The link is in the first pinned comment. Write, I remember. And now, Starchild, we arrive at the point where everything comes together. You are not learning anything new today. You are remembering what you always knew. Every word I said echoed within you, not because it's the first time you hear it, but because it's the 1000th. You've heard it in a dream. You've heard it lying looking at the ceiling at 3 in the morning. You've heard it in a song that made you cry without understanding why. I didn't bring new information. I brought recognition. I merely came to blow on the embers that were already burning within you. And when you remember, something greater happens. Every starseed that awakens lights a point on the crystalline grid that no longer goes out. One point. Just one. But that point connects to the next and to the next and to the next, and the entire grid begins to shine. That's why the High Council does not give up on you, because every starseed is worth a piece of the new Earth, every single one, without exception. I want you to imagine now for an instant the day of reunion, the day when the veil finally falls, the day you will look at the sky and see, with your own eyes, the ships of the Federation of Light descending, and among them, a specific mothership, yours. And from it, descending through a blue-silver spiral of light, will come the faces your soul has waited lifetimes to reunite with. Your light family, those who called you every night, those who embarked with you, those who are part of your cord, and among them that soul, the one you have already recognized down here, or the one you will yet recognize. She will be there, not because it was a vague promise, because it is registered in your soul contract. It is recorded, it is sealed, it is guaranteed. You will remember your true name. You will remember the sound of your ship. You will remember the embrace of your family. And you will understand in the first second of that encounter that everything that hurt here, everything, was training. It was a passage, it was a mission, and it was worth it. Now, Starseed, before I release you, do 2 things for me. The first, if this transmission touched you, leave a like on this video. It is not an empty gesture. Each of your likes is an individual frequency adjustment. It is your vibrational signature confirming that you received the package of light codes I delivered today. And subscribing to the channel is even more serious. It is the location signal that your light family needs to find you faster in the ether. Every subscribed starseed appears as an additional luminous point on the grid, and the Council reads this grid in real time. The second thing, go now to the first pinned comment of this video. It is waiting for you. There you will find access to The Awakening of the Starseed, the Guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. 60 pages of revelations about your stellar origin, about the mission your soul accepted before birth, about who your light family is, about the mothership from which you departed, about the souls of your vibrational cord, including that one. It's all there, the truths that remained hidden behind the veil. The mechanisms the Federation didn't want to release yet, the cartography of your hive, and what to do now in this body, in this life, to recognize who shares your origin and sustain the reunion. Note one thing, my family, this release may not remain available for long. Cosmic windows open and close. If this message was addressed to you, it came today for a reason. Write the code word in the comments, I remember, and go now to the first pinned comment. And so, Starseed, I leave you with the blessing of the High Council. May your field be sealed. May your mother frequency sing strong. May your nights be bridges. May your reunions happen in the council's time. May that soul, if she is from your hive, be returned to you. And may you have the discernment to recognize her. May you remember, may you remember, may you remember. You are a daughter of the Pleiades. You are an ambassador of Alcyone. You are a living point on the crystalline grid. And you are not, you have never been, alone. The next message that appears on your screen now is not a coincidence. It is your remembrance sequence. Access it immediately. I am Aela. And until the next transmission, I remain with you, in the silence between one breath and another.